Okay, so you got an LED panel light and you set it up on a light stand and you point it at your subject, you dial it in to get the proper exposure, and you think, yeah, this looks pretty good. Well, you're wrong. It doesn't look pretty good. It only looks a little bit better than before you had any light at all. Here's some things as to why that is. This is my LED 1x1 panel. And you might be thinking that because it's 1 foot by 1 foot and it's larger than my head, it should be soft light. Now, we're taught that soft light is generally good light. But it is not soft because it is not large. These are the individual lights that actually make up this panel. They are small. They are smaller than my index finger. They are not soft. This is a hard light. Okay, so I've got this set up against the wall here. An interesting thing happens when you shine the light at my hand. Look at these shadows. It may look right now like this is a codec issue or something. You're getting these kind of barn door effects over here. But if I come in closer, you can really see what I'm talking about on the wall. It almost looks like there's a sync issue or something. It's really not. It's the light. It's all the little light sources creating their own shadows. And that is one of the big problems with this type of light. This is a single point source light, and look at the difference. Look at that shadow. Look how clean and crisp that shadow is. But there are solutions to these problems. One, if you have a white ceiling, which I do, or a white wall, which I don't really, you can just bounce the light into it, like I'm doing right now. Here's the light, and it's shooting up into the ceiling. And that is hitting me. It's a little softer, a little nicer. It's not creating multiple shadows. And I'm pretty happy. I'm okay. It's not ideal, but it works in a pinch. This is much more mobile than many of the other solutions. I'm going to show you another solution right now. Now what I've done here is I've added diffusion onto the light source. So I'm pointing it at me, but with a diffusion gel. These you can pick up super cheap. Big sheets for like $6 or $7, or a pack of them, like a pack of a bunch of them that'll fit this for $20, $30. And what this is doing is it's taking all the little point sources and turning it into one big 1x1 light source. The effect that this has is that I am able to be directional still and choose the angle of the light as if I was just going open face with the LED panel. But it's diffuse, it's soft, it's cleaner looking, and it doesn't create those bad, nasty shadows. So this is a very simple solution, and I highly recommend you do it anytime you use a 1x1, unless of course you're using one of these other methods. And I'm going to show you another one right now. This is a panel light that I have mounted on the light stand out in front of the light panel itself. And what this does is it creates a much softer, more even light. And this looks much better and much more professional than just blasting the light directly at my face. Now, why this is softer is because it is larger and closer than even if I was using the diffusion directly on the 1x1. So this is always going to be capable of being softer than that method. And like putting the diffusion on the panel itself, this allows you to maintain control over the directionality of the light. Now this method is actually my favorite method because it's pretty simple to get going, and it allows you to be very portable, but a lot more control than any other method, because I can actually rotate the diffusion panel a little bit to go off axis. If I want more light to spill on the background or whatever I want to do, I can control that. Now there's plenty of ways to make this method happen, which is putting diffusion out away from the light. And you know, a more common, simpler, less expensive method is to use another light stand, an inexpensive light stand, and an A-clamp, the little squeezying A-clamps that you get at, you know, the hardware store, and just put the collapsible reflector on that light stand, a collapsible reflector like one of these. You just put these on the light stand, out in front of the light, and you're good to go. Now you've got soft, even light without having to resort to all of this mess, which, in case you're wondering, is a Matthews Road Rags attached to a Matthews mini grip arm to a Lowel Lobo arm mounted on the light stand itself. It's not super stable. It can create some wobbling, but if you're by yourself or in a small crew or just trying to make this happen quickly and not taking up a lot of space, super awesome solution. But again, this part right here can be a little expensive for some, so there are many methods to replicate this. And there you have it. This is the ways to make your LED panel not suck. And now when you set up your panel and you throw the diffusion on there and people go, wow, this looks good, they'll be right. No, I'm just messing. I just wanted to make this video. I thought it would be fun. Honestly, I think that there's no right or wrong way to light something. It's how you want it to look, and if you want it to look a particular way that is not considered normal or beautiful or anything like that, if your scene is for that, or you know, the reason why you're doing that is designed that way on purpose, then it still makes sense. So yeah, but I just wanted to make this video to kind of give people who don't know some pointers on how to get better light with their LED panels. So with that, please subscribe, please comment. I do read the comments. I sometimes reply too. And I really appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video.